Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. We are still in the same situation that we've been in the last few days. It's currently following nicely our trend line here to the downside. Doesn't really show any signs of stopping yet. As I said in the last few videos, as long as we're holding below that trend line, we're gonna follow that short-term downtrend. That can still be our B wave. Yeah, actually I need to move that fourth wave back up there. Did talk about it in the last few days that as long as we only have 3 waves down, I'm counting this as a B wave. So that would mean I'm still watching if we can get this fourth wave. Don't want to say I necessarily expect it, but it would be the preferred option for me. Okay, I'm still watching for that higher 4, and I'm quite stubborn with that. In terms of the any trading decisions, this probably doesn't make any difference because the trend is clearly down in the short term as long as we're holding below the trend line. But from an analysis point of view, it means we need to be watching for a breakout of this trend line. If we get it and get a 5-wave impulse and a 3-wave correction, then we have a 1-2 setup, which would then result in a 3rd wave, which can be traded, right? Then a 4th and a 5th. And this 5th wave up here could complete this C wave of wave 4. So that means I still prefer that wave up here in a C wave of a wave 4, sort of into at least the 320 region or higher. I think to around 450 is sort of the maximum it should really do. Obviously, the lower we go now in this B wave here, the more shallow this wave 4 eventually will be. Now again, that's still my preferred view. If we get a lower high and make a lower low, then we have 5 waves down. Then we are in a different structure. But as long as we only have 3 waves down, I can go with this as the B wave count. The reason is simple, that in a wave 4 you can get easily overshooting B waves. In this case, the B wave would overshoot to the downside. That often happens in a B wave anyway, but in a wave 4, because in a wave 4 you oftentimes see flat patterns. It's normally not the first pattern of choice, but it happens quite frequently. So yeah, that's I think what we might be seeing. That would be an explanation for this low here. How low can it go in a B wave, and when would it get very, very unlikely? So there are certain levels below which such an overshooting B wave shouldn't go. It should not go below the 1.38 retracement, but that would already be quite, it would mean maxing it out, right? So from that point of view, if it goes all the way down to 171, I could still count it as a B wave, but it depends on the subwave structure. If I have 5 waves down by then, I'm not going to count it as an ABC. So that's still my primary scenario, but to confirm that the C wave has started, I need to see a break above the descending trend line. And if you're asking why am I still counting it as a B wave, again, it's because the wave 4, if what would be the alternative? The alternative would be to count this as the wave 4, and this is already the wave 5. That's possible. That's why we've got the alternative wave 2 here. Wave 2 is the wave which ends basically this bear market, right? So yes, this new low could be ending it, but as long as I only have 3 waves down, I don't believe it. But again, trading wise, it probably doesn't make a difference. We've been expecting one more low for Natgas anyway, eventually, right? It will happen either here, and it has happened already, or here after this higher wave 4. So again, the problem is this wave 4, if it is here, which was the high on the 6th of March, that would be a bit too shallow for a wave 4. So I'm still leaning towards this one. The other reason why this is so likely is because the wave 2 was so sharp. Yeah, and in Elliott wave, if wave 2 is sharp, wave 4 is normally shallow. That's something I observe in crypto regularly, and on other charts. I don't only analyze crypto, but on our main channel, we obviously analyze crypto, and you typically get the wave 4s, which either have overshooting B waves, things like that, right? And here it's just the other way around, because it's an overshooting B wave to the downside. So if the wave 2 is sharp. Wave 4 is usually shallow. Could be a triangle, could be a flat pattern. Flat patterns are very, very difficult to analyze because of these B waves, which can be so strong. In such a pattern, the B wave would retrace normally at least 90%. Well, it did that. Maximum 1.38 retracement. Could go higher or lower in this case, in exceptional circumstances. But yeah, I mean, if it goes below that, what did I show you? 170 level, then it's something different. But for now, yeah, that's why I go with this. And that's what it makes it difficult for the analyst, because in an overshooting B wave, doesn't matter if it's to the upside or the downside, the price makes a new price extreme. And if the chart makes a new price extreme, it basically fools you into believing that we're already here in the fifth wave. So, but obviously I don't know, right? We don't know, but we can only look at probabilities and the options here. And what I can tell you is that I will be on high alert if we break above the trend line, if we see that 1-2 setup that I mentioned, and then the third wave of the Z wave could be traded. But until then, we are going to follow further down and can follow the trend line nicely to the downside in the currently unfolding downtrend, which I see currently as a C wave of the B wave. So that's my update. Hope you liked the update about Natgas. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.